Hey guys, I'm the Great Jedi and welcome back to the channel. Now today we got some more semi-news to go over, and I'm just calling it semi-news because once again, just like my last semi-news update video that I put out about a week ago, and by the way, if you haven't seen that one, I would highly recommend checking out that video first and then watching this one because this is actually more of a part 2 of that one. So the link's in the description, check it out. And once again, I'm only covering this because I actually believe what this guy is saying and that he's a pretty credible leaker and has proved that he has some type of inside connection over at EA. But once again, this is not confirmed information, so feel free to take it with a grain of salt. Now, assuming that you just watched the previous part 1 video that I was talking about, you guys know why I'm covering this and you guys know who Tom Henderson is. So let's get into what he said following this tweet that I covered in that previous video. And he actually said quite a few things, so stay with me here. The first thing he said is that a Battlefront 3 was a pitched title from DICE, but ultimately the title was shot down by EA due to licensing costs. It got me turned down because it takes 20% more sales to make the same money, said one past developer. And then he goes on to say, although it currently seems that DICE is not working on Battlefront 3 and instead another Battlefield, there are currently 2 Star Wars titles in development under EA, but it appears that those titles are more story-driven, single-player instead of multiplayer. Since several key developers that worked on the Battlefront series have since left the DICE studio in the past year, including the likes of Battlefront 2's creative director Dennis Brandval, core gameplay designer Christian, and lead hero designer Guamal, it would indicate a Battlefront 3 is very unlikely. I have seen the build file for DICE's next title in October, currently just dubbed Dev Next, which indicates that the title has passed Gate 0, which is its conceptual stage. This stage usually takes a few months of time. These procedures are standard throughout game development, and although it might appear counterproductive to start pitching concepts on one title before the other has launched, it did not take away the development time of Battlefield 2042 before the rumors start. As development on their next game continues, most Frostbite devs left October 29th, with other studios leaving soon after. I'll keep everyone updated. It should also be said that development can change at any given time and the next title has started development, but if Battlefront 3 ever gets greenlit and starts development for whatever reason, I'll break the news. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I gotta say, when I first read these, a lot of different thoughts just kind of rushed through my mind going in all different directions. But first off, I just gotta say that I really do appreciate what Tom is doing here and is trying to communicate with us even though he is just a leaker. I mean, he's basically doing what EA themselves should be doing for the community since everyone is basically asking for a Battlefront 3, but you know, they don't have to, I guess. I'm just extremely grateful that Tom is tweeting this stuff out and is going to keep us updated because I would have loved to know why they wouldn't be making a Battlefront 3 even though I have my own speculations. And I'll say that his tweets actually line up with my exact thoughts, and it makes sense to why they're not doing it anymore. So I believe him. I mean, the ultimate reason just comes down to money and not caring about the player base, which I would say most of us already knew. I'm not saying the devs don't care because I definitely believe most of them do, but the big guys over at EA, you know, the business ones, the ones that don't typically look at that type of stuff. And it kind of sucks saying this because I actually enjoy a lot of their EA games. I mean, they make literally my favorite titles, but some decisions that they make, I'm just like, why? And other times I'm like, what is with your platform Origin? But I'm not even going to go there because Origin is literally like a 6-hour video on its own. So keeping it about the tweets, I now 100% believe that DICE aren't going to make a Battlefront 3, at least for right now, because they're just making so much money in other areas of Star Wars, which doesn't surprise me seeing how successful Fallen Order and Galaxy of Heroes are. Although I do 100% believe without a doubt that we will be still getting a Battlefront 3 at some point down the road, just not by EA DICE, which I gotta say is still a big letdown, at least for me, because I really enjoyed EA DICE's Battlefront 2, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Hopefully one day EA will just change their minds once they see that another company is outselling them in Star Wars name, hopefully because of a Battlefront 3, and hopefully that gets them to change their mind. But we'll just have to wait and see. That's just me hoping. Regardless, we also got from these tweets that EA are still making Star Wars games, which is absolutely great to hear. only 2 of them, and one is still in very early stages, and neither are supposedly multiplayer and only single player. But I gotta say, I am 100% fine with that. I'm pretty psyched about it. I got my Battlefront 2 multiplayer experience, and I'm a single player guy at heart anyways, so I'm glad to hear that they're focusing on some single player offline content for the community, because they've definitely been lacking with that when it comes to Star Wars. So let's go, single players. Sound off in the comments. Overall, take these tweets as you will. I just wanted to present the information and give you guys a bit of my first thoughts about it, and I found them very interesting. I have a lot more thoughts about this, especially regarding the devs leaving, but I'm going to leave it here before the video gets too long. But if you are interested in my deeper thoughts of the subject, then hit me up in a live stream and we'll talk about it. Unless you guys want me to make a follow-up video going over every little thing that, I think about this, and if so, then let me know in the comments and smash that like button. And before I end this video, I wanted to just communicate with you guys on what is going on channel-wise. I know for those that were in my past stream, you guys were expecting this week to be an awesome variety week, and that was definitely the plan. But what do you know? Plans changed once again. We still got some variety out, but I was still saving the best 2 for the last, and what do you know? It got delayed. I know it seems like that always happens with this channel, because it kind of does, but that's why I try and stay quiet about this stuff, man. That way you guys don't get your hopes up and then plans change. I just hate that, but sometimes it's just out of my hands. But anyways, I do my best to communicate with you guys, and just wanted to let you guys know why that stuff didn't come out, and that's because of the unexpected news that I'm actually talking about in this video. And when I was actually working on this video, it was turning into like a 10-minute video to like a 20-minute video, and then like 30 minutes, and then like an hour. And then I was just like, wait, how did this even happen? And it's basically because I was just going in depth on some of my thoughts, and I was losing the overall point of the video, and it just kind of turned into like another point that I was trying to make. And then when I was trying to prove that point, I used a controversial loot box example, which in return brought up even more things. So I was just like, okay, that's it. I'm just gonna take all this I was talking about, and then I'm just gonna make it in its own video, which you'll see very, very soon, probably tomorrow. And by the way, I was talking about the EA in the community, if you're wondering what I was going on about. But since you guys are waiting very patiently for those videos I've been teasing and was planning it to be out by yesterday and today, and now it's going to be delayed because of this video and the next one, which is almost a continuation of this, but not really. I think it's only fair to let you guys know what these 2 video ideas were going to be, so you can expect them fairly soon. The first one being,
Long have I waited, and now you're coming together.
the Emperor Palpatine hero guide, and the second one being a hero concept. I'm not revealing the hero because I want that to be a surprise, even though you'll find out once you see the thumbnail. Just know that it's a counter to the Jabba the Hutt one I did a while back. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and understanding. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below. That way you're notified when I cover all that Star Wars news and get those amazing upcoming videos out. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please consider smashing that like button down below. And if you didn't like it, then dislike it. And let me know how I can make these videos better in the comment section. Don't let anyone steal your joy, and may the Force be with you always.